My name is Emma. I am 30 years old and I live in a small town in Oregon. My town is peaceful. It has coffee shops, a library, and a small train station that almost never feels busy. There are tall trees along every street. In autumn, their leaves turn orange and red. I like walking under them after work. I live alone in a small apartment with 2 rooms and a window that faces the street. Every morning, I make green tea. I sit by the window and watch people walk their dogs or carry coffee cups from the cafe nearby. Then I take the bus to work. I work in a small office on the 2nd floor of an old building. It used to be a bookstore many years ago. Now there are desks, computers, and papers everywhere. My desk is by the window. I can see the cafe across the street and sometimes the park behind it. Every day feels the same. The office is quiet. People type, answer calls, and speak softly. They smile when they pass each other in the hall. I smile too. Then I sit down and begin my day. I've worked there for 3 years. Nothing ever changed until one day in winter we got a new manager. His name was Daniel. He was 40 years old. He wore glasses and simple clothes, blue shirts, grey sweaters. His hair was dark, his eyes gentle. He smiled when he spoke. On his first day, he walked around the office and greeted everyone. When he came to my desk, he said, "Hi, I'm Daniel. It's really nice to meet you." I said, "Nice to meet you too." And that was all. But after he walked away, I looked down at my hands for a long time. Something felt different. Daniel changed the office in small ways. He remembered names. He asked how people were doing. He listened when they spoke. When someone made a mistake, he didn't get angry. He helped. He stayed calm. He noticed everything. One day, he placed a small box of green tea on my desk. He said, "I saw these at the store. You like this kind, right?" I was surprised he remembered. I said softly, "Yes." He smiled and walked away. I looked at that box for days. I didn't open it. I just let it sit there. After that, I started noticing him more. The way he fixed his glasses when he was thinking, the way his voice stayed calm when things got busy, the way he always said thank you like he meant it. On his desk was a photo of his family, his wife and 2 children, a boy and a girl. They looked happy. I never wanted to change that. I didn't want anything from him. Not his love, not his time. I just wanted to feel something again. It was quiet, gentle, like rain falling softly on the roof. I kept a notebook at home. I wrote small things in it. Not letters, not dreams, just moments. His smile, his voice, the way the sunlight touched his desk in the morning. Sometimes I stayed late at the office, not to see him, but to enjoy the silence after everyone left. I liked the sound of the heater, the glow of the street lights, the way the world felt calm. When I walked home, I took the long way, past the bookstore, past the bridge, past the river where people fished in summer. On weekends, I sat by the lake with tea. I watched people walk, children laugh, old men feed the ducks. Life moved around me, and I watched quietly. Sometimes I thought about Daniel. I imagined him reading stories to his children, making breakfast, living his life. I never searched for more. I just wondered. It wasn't love that wanted to be seen. It was love that simply was. Time passed. Winter turned to spring, then summer. He was always kind, always gentle. One afternoon, he said, "I'm glad you're here. You make this place better." I smiled and said, "Thank you." But that night, I couldn't stop thinking about those words. They stayed in my heart like a small light. Seasons changed again. The trees outside turned gold. The air grew cold. Life continued. He was still my manager. We still said hello every morning. We still smiled. But we both knew some feelings are not meant to be spoken. That winter, I wrote one last line in my notebook. Some love doesn't grow into a story, but it still teaches you how to feel. I closed the notebook. I turned off the lamp. Now, I still go to work. I still drink my tea by the window. I still walk the same streets. Sometimes I see Daniel. He smiles. I smile too. And that's enough. Inside me, there is no pain, only peace.